Get it started. We got all the songs
Hey.
today.
Well, welcome everyone and happy Friday. We are the Takeoff. This is our travel show that we'll be coming to you every Friday with, where we talk all things travel. You can check out some of our titles today. Maybe if you're on TikTok, then you can see our headers above our head that talks about week two's episode, which is all about travel agents. Should we use them or should we lose them?
I know
Oh, they
that's
say
right.
there's a lot of feedback on TikTok, Brian.
Oh
Thank
no.
you for the comment. We were trying to work it out, so we're gonna figure it out. We worked it out earlier today too, and it was fine on Instagram and Facebook. Also, let us know if you hear feedback in the comments so that we can correct that. Let me see. Is yours turned down all the way on your device, Brian?
It is.
Hmm. Let me try this. Let me try something. I don't know why this would be it, but I always like to try a mic and see if that helps out. Thank you so much, C. Samati. Hopefully I said that right. Let me see. Let me see if this helps. Y'all let us know over on TikTok if that helped with the feedback. Hopefully, maybe one of the devices not echoing or something will help. I don't know. Give us a heads up. But we'll go ahead and move on in the meantime, in between time. And I just want to introduce to everyone, just in case you don't know who this beautiful lady on the screen is. I just want to say how honored I am to be on here with her today. And if you don't already know who she is, let me tell you, this is Branlyn Mosby. This is one of my business partners, a friend, and the travel muse herself. Hailing from Lumberton, North Carolina, she is a travel lover if you ever met one, okay? If you ever met one, this is it in the flesh. She is a bronze builder within this business and on her way to a one-star director. She helps people to start their own travel business, and she gives off, like I said, the travel muses along the way. So I'm so happy to be on here with you today, Branlin, and I can't wait to share what we have with the people.
Hey Tia, thank you so much for that. It's super exciting to be on here with Tia. So everybody, this is my travel coach partner in crime. Tia takes the world, honey. She is taking the world one country at a time. I tell you, hailing from Gastonia, North Carolina, she is a fellow Aggie, which I'm super excited about. We
Pride.
able to meet in the United Arab Emirates, all the way in Abu Dhabi. She knows 100% of the things that you need to know about joining this business. She is a goal builder and steps away from being a 2020 member in this organization, along with on her way to being a director within the company. Super excited to talk her up big today. This is not our first time taking off together, so we're super excited about coming back and take off one more time with you, and hit you today with episode number 2, travel agents, use them or lose them. You ready to
Thank you,
get started?
Branlin. I appreciate you bigging me up. I really appreciate that. So let's just go ahead and jump into it. We never want to take up your time, but we want to fill your time with value. So we like to start with a little motivation. So we got a little motivational quote for y'all today that we hope will help you along throughout the day and hopefully days to come. So the quote that we have today is, opportunities don't happen, you create them. All right. Opportunities don't happen, you create them. Bradley, tell me what you think about that quote. What do you feel whenever you hear that?
So, I kind of feel like, as far as opportunities, I don't know if I would say they don't just happen. In my mind, opportunities do arise.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if we are always the creators of those opportunities, but I
Mm.
1000% feel like opportunities absolutely have shelf lives. I got that from one of my random favorite movies. And I truly believe that, like, we're presented with all of these different things, whether we manifested that or put things in place to create that opportunity, or we just happen to be in the space, the room, had the profile up at that time. So
Mm-hmm.
to me, or like, I don't know if I create them, but I definitely believe that they have shelf lives.
Okay, I can go with that. I can go with that. And I love that we do this together because we both can have two different opinions on one thing that says the same. You know, two things can be true. So I definitely believe that opportunities don't happen. I believe that you create them, whether it be you creating them in, when I say a past life, obviously not a past life, but maybe you created an opportunity years ago. So for this business, for me, I created this opportunity for me to be a full-time travelpreneur by traveling myself, by teaching other people. I didn't realize at the time when I was helping people to travel, I didn't realize at the time when I was setting up trips for people that I was creating this opportunity for myself. So I definitely believe that it just doesn't pop up. It's something that you've done along the way that creates that opportunity to happen for you. So for me, you create them. You create these things that happen to you. And I also want to say sometimes you don't realize in the midst of creating something what you're doing until it actually shows up for you. And I think sometimes we get discouraged with ourselves, and sometimes we're like, oh, things aren't happening for me. And then it's like, boom, there it goes. That's it seems like it just happened. It seems like it just happened, but really you set that up for yourself. So continue to work towards the things that you have in mind, the visions that you have for yourself, the goals. Don't give up, even when it gets tough. I posted something today that talked about things being hard. Me and you talked the other day, Brandon, about things being hard sometimes and life being tough, like when you're trying to get to your goals. But the key thing is to continue to create that life and that vision and that goal that you have for yourself. So opportunities don't happen, you create them.
I'm here for it. I definitely see your point of view in it. I definitely believe that, you know, the work that we're doing for ourselves, for our businesses, they definitely feed into a bigger picture for sure. So I can
Definitely.
receive everything you're saying. So yes, good people, opportunities don't happen. You create them. Especially remember for me, they absolutely have shelf lives. Now that shelf life might expire
And
today,
I like that.
come back tomorrow, but there is a shelf life involved.
I will take that also. What is it? You don't use it, you lose it type of thing. So use those opportunities as they come to you. So let's go ahead and kick off the topic again. If you are streaming on Facebook or on Instagram, or if you are on TikTok, then you can see what our topic for today is, which is travel agents. Should you use them or should you lose them? And it's crazy that we're talking about it. Well, I guess it's not that crazy because you are sitting here with two travel agents. Okay. So I'm sure that you're like, oh, we know we need to use them. I'm sure that you think that's what we're going to be pushing today. But no, we're coming here with some value on both ends of the spectrum. So let's just go ahead and kick it off, Brand, with why should you use a travel agent? Well, why? If you use them, why? What's the point? What's the purpose?
So like a lot of different people use travel agents in different ways. So I guess before we even jump into that, Tia, you're very well traveled. I'm pretty well traveled. You know,
Absolutely.
we're out here catching flights, seeing destinations. Um, and I would say even before we even get into this topic, I never really used a travel agent. I've been to, I think I'm on country 34, 35-ish, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
You're in the 40s in the country, the number of countries you uniquely
54.
visit, 54, uniquely
Mm-hmm.
visited 54 countries. And I've never used a travel agent. I have been a part of two trips, I think, where somebody else used a travel agent and I just kind
Mm-hmm.
of hopped in that space. So for me, I haven't used a travel agent, but I can recognize the convenience of using a travel agent.
Mm-hmm.
Understanding that they kind of take away some of the hassle and the work time and the itinerary planning and the communication of that information. Um, I definitely think since becoming a travel agent, I can see why my services are absolutely um, needed. They're needed in the space, and I'm not just saying that because I started a travel business. I'm saying that because people really do need it, like the accessibility to the different things that we have,
Mm-hmm.
the run of the mill information that maybe you don't know. We come across a few educational tips and tricks and hacks
Mm-hmm.
more so in this space. What are your thoughts? Why should people use a travel agent?
I'm like you, Brand. I've traveled this world. I've traveled to many different places and never used a travel agent. Actually, I thought about this the other day when we were thinking about our topic. I actually did use a travel agent, but it was kind of like on a sneak tip. So for my wedding, I had a destination wedding in Mexico. And because I had never been there before, I tell people all the time, Mexico is my favorite country that I had never been to. Because I had never been there, and although I booked the trips for people and things like that, I said, let me pull somebody in to help me out a bit. Well, because I was a volunteer travel agent for many, many years, I ended up planning most of the trip. Mike was just there because he had the systems that I now have as a travel agent. He had all of the things that I didn't have before that made booking simple. He was able to onboard, the people that were coming with me and things. He made it convenient for me because now I look back on it, I'm like, I definitely could have done that myself. And I low key wish I had, but I'm glad that I didn't because the stress I can't imagine because now we're like in that position, right? You take on other
Mhm.
people's stress when they're trying to go to different places and do things. So I realized the convenience of having a travel agent. Although I was dually working with this man as a volunteer agent, giving him that most of the stress and having him to make it more convenient for me was totally worth it. It was totally worth it. Could I have done it myself? Absolutely. But I'm like my husband. He always says, do it and send me the bill. That is his favorite line. I need to get him a shirt that says that. Send me the bill. He wants convenience. He wants to have things done for him and he wants to pay for the convenience. And I think that that is a main reason why people should use travel agents. Sometimes you get stuck whenever you are planning a trip, whether it's for yourself or for other people. If it's for yourself, it's a little bit easier. But when it's for other people and they are involved, you get people's attitudes. You get people not being able to pay their things on time. And if you're not a travel agent, then you don't have systems in place. So that means you are fronting money. Things look totally different. Like me as a travel agent versus me as a volunteer travel agent, the convenience of it all, it has changed for me, even looking on this side of it. So definitely having that convenience and being able to take the stress off. I tell my clients that all the time when I send them their proposals or I'm putting together your trip. Like I tell them, here you go. Now we have the ball rolling. You can sit back, get ready to go to Jamaica, get ready to go to Dubai, take a load off because I'm taking all of the stress off of your plate and you can just get ready, go on Fashion Nova, go on Shein, get your outfits, do your hauls, do your planning. I got all of the other stuff together. So the convenience of it all, I think is just, it's a winner for me.
I chuckled at your husband says, what you say? He says, send me the bill.
Send me the bill. That's
Send
him
me
all the
the
time. Send me the bill. I'm like,
Fun fact to the viewers, her husband and I both have the same exact birthday. I typically feel the same way. Like
mhm,
I prefer convenience over, I have so many other things to do with my time, except when it came down to travel. Like
listen.
when it came down to travel, I was hands on in planning my life. The two trips that I have been on, is it two trips? I think the one trip that I have been on, where the travel agent was used, I didn't really have a thought about it, right?
Mhm,
I planned a trip to Jamaica. That was like my first international trip. They gave us the flights, they gave us the hotels. It was pretty easy peasy. I kind of appreciated somebody just saying, "Hey, here's where you pay."
mhm,
And this is what we're going to do there. But I do think there is value, of course, in utilizing travel agents. I can even think about my clients now, and some of them kind of come pre-planned. They come with
mhm,
like a vision of what they
mhm,
already want. My job is just to kind of enhance that, put it all together, do that
mhm,
extra legwork for them. And I think on this side of things, the the role is absolutely needed, right? Like in order to get some information together, plus things you start to think about, like I don't have any kids yet, you don't have any kids yet, but like people who are just stretched in their own lives would still want to be able to travel. Like a travel agent is perfect for them, like being able to get that information, snapshots of information back to
Mm-hmm.
them. I find that to be, a really, really big thing.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree with that as well. And I didn't even think about that part of it. Like, you already got to take care of children, and now we want to travel on top of that. Uh, Help, please. And again, I don't have kids, so I'm just thinking about my nieces and nephews that I'm trying to take care of for a little bit of time that I do it. I definitely would want some help. So that was a great example, Brian. I definitely agree with you on that.
yeah. You want to move on into lose them? Should we
Let's
keep?
do
So
it.
we
Let's do it
feel like
because
we should just make sure we feel like we should use travel agents.
I mean, I feel like people who need the convenience, who want the help, who want to just get sunk the bill, I feel like they should definitely use them. But in the cases like us, people who are like us, that's who should lose them. Let's talk about it because there are both sides of the coin. There are some people who should use travel agents, and there are some people who should lose them, who don't need travel agents. And let's just move into that. Who should lose them and what's at stake if you do lose them? And I'll go ahead and kick it off. I think that what's at stake if you don't use a travel agent is that you can miss out on some of the perks that come along with having a travel agent. A lot of the time I think that people think that when you use a travel agent that you are getting duped because they are making you pay more or something like that. Like there is a fee that you wouldn't normally be taken care of if you were just to book it yourself, which is not all the way. It's not true all the time. So if that goes back to why you should use one if you're being duped in that area. But let's talk about this. If you lose a travel agent, then you gain stress. All right. You gain stress. But if you want to take on that, then lose it. If you like stress or if you like DIYing it, then you're the person that should possibly use them. Also, this is what's missing if you don't use a travel agent. Sometimes there are hidden fees. I don't know if you've ever booked a hotel or a flight or a perfect example. I have a friend that booked a flight and come to find out that one part of the ticket was, and this is a trip, an ongoing trip right now. It was one part of the ticket that was a saver bundle or something like that. And then the other part of it was a regular ticket. It's an international flight, so they expected to get 2 bags. Lo and behold, today the flight comes, they have 1 bag. On another part of the trip, they have 2 bags on their regular fare. And then on the other part of the trip, they have 1 bag again, which is going to lead them to having to pay like hundreds of dollars just to get that bag from here to there. That's stuff that you miss when you don't have a liaison in the meantime, in between time, to help you with navigating your bookings. I mean, did I miss something there, Brand? You
No,
agree? You know what you
you
think?
did, and I think there are just certain things that as agents we naturally look for. There are things that you look for as you become a more regular traveler, right? There's certain things I was looking for, but I look for there are certain things that I have my eye on, specifically with travel information, where there's flights, the number of bags, different airline policies, ability to be able to get in places differently.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that I definitely feel like does look different from a travel agent actual perspective, and then the amateur side of it. Like, even to adding to what you're saying, like we were the lose them. We are we are poster children for
For
lose them.
losing, lose the
Okay,
travel agent.
lose
Mm-hmm.
them. Now that I've become a travel agent, I now book my trips a whole lot smarter than I thought I was booking them. It's like now
Absolutely.
you know better, so you do better, right? So
Mm-hmm.
there are
And you
certain
start
things I
teaching
look
people how to
for.
do better too.
You do. I feel like when you're the one that's actually doing all of the booking,
Mm-hmm.
one, you are limited to the number of resources that you even have available, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when we're talking about losing the travel agent, it's like, yeah, you got your major big conglomerates of um, customer to business fronts,
Mm-hmm.
your Expedias, your Travelocities, your Booking.coms. But then you don't necessarily have access to the business to business models that we
Mm-hmm.
have. We're talking
Mm-hmm.
about losing them, and then we're also talking about what's at stake. We're talking about opening up a whole new realm of business,
Mm-hmm.
from commission and to access. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
think you have access until you actually have some access. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Hello,
You think
somebody.
you have access until you actually have some access. We were even talking about I'm going home soon, y'all. Honey, home is calling home. I am coming home. Okay. I'm excited
I'm
about it,
coming home. I was in my head, but you said it again, so I had to.
you know. And so we were talking about flights recently. And I had a flight that I looked up via vendor, and I also looked up in a regular vending space, like a
Mhm.
normal
As a
business
consumer.
that a regular
Mhm.
person would access. And the flight that I had in my back office was a totally different price. And when I say totally different price, y'all, we talking about $700 difference for prime
No,
time
I saw.
flying. So, I mean, when we're talking about losing travel agents, I mean, you're strongly missing out on certain deals that
Mhm.
or prices that you wouldn't be able to get as a regular consumer.
And let me
You're
say something, Brand, because people love, especially, I'm say us, the people that we were booking all our travels, taking all the trips. Oh, we got the best deals. That's what we thought, right? Oh, I know how to find the best deal. I know where all the discounts are. You couldn't tell me that I wasn't saving. You couldn't tell me that I didn't have the best deals because I just knew I did. But again, when you know better, you do better and you try to teach others so that they can do better as well. Like Brandon said, it was a $700 difference in her flight. $700. I mean, maybe y'all don't care about $700, but $700, you can use that on your trip while you home. You can buy me some Aggie paraphernalia at homecoming. What with $700? I'm just saying. I'm not saying that that's what you should that you have to. I'm just saying you could because you got $700 in your
$700
pocket
a
now.
whole nother trip. Okay, why
It's
we
a
playing?
whole other
That's a
trip.
whole nother trip. Like, we
A
talking
whole
about extending travel opportunities and offer $700. You get to one country, you can go someplace, you can go to a whole nother country, have a
hello,
hotel,
somebody.
food, and take a cab. $700. Okay, $700 was a
Yeah,
lot of money. And to your
yeah.
point, like, poster children for not using travel agents.
So don't feel
I
bad
thought
because we
that
were
was the
there.
best price for that time. And in my
Mhm.
mind, as a non-travel agent user, my thought process also was, this is the best price that they're showing me. This has to be the best price that they're showing
Has
me.
to because they wouldn't. I mean, it's me. I travel all the time. It's me.
Mm.
They
And
gotta be sure. They
I got
say I'm a
loyalty
genius. There
points.
we
I
go.
come here
There we
all the
go.
time. So
Hmm.
that means either this that to me, then it becomes like, oh well, this is just not in my price point. When in
Mm-hmm.
fact it was in my price point. I just didn't have the access until I had access.
That's a word right there. That is a
Okay.
word you did not have the access into. I take off running right now. That is a word. But we have access now. And so we're telling people about it. And, not to confuse y'all, we're talking about who should lose them. We are talking about how we were the poster children of the travel world, how we were traveling all of the time and not taking advantage of the things that we didn't know that we could take advantage of. So while we're making this discussion, we are saying the people that should lose them are the you people who say, I don't need a travel agent. I can do it myself. I'm a DIYer. If that is you, if you love to book trips, if you are already booking trips for you, yourself, your family, your friends, people in the office, down to the job, if you are always recommending things, you should definitely lose travel. You don't need a travel agent. You are the volunteer travel agent. You should go down to the Salvation Army and tell them that you're volunteering your time because you're doing it for fun and for free. You're doing it for funsies. So you should lose a travel agent. You don't need one. But what I can tell you for sure As somebody who used to be on the same side of the tracks as you might lose a travel agent or you might not need them, but you definitely should be one, getting paid for your time and efforts. Funsies and free is cool. Funsies and free is cool for when you're playing at the playground. Funsies and free is cool for when you're taking your nieces and nephews out for ice cream. Funsies and free is cool, except for when you are doing all of the work and getting none of the rewards. But that's just me. I don't know. That I'm thinking about that $700 that you got in your pocket, brand. Think about fun and for free.
Listen, and was able to get a trip and a trip out of that. Because to your point about that $700, I was able to even create, and this is something we'll talk about on another episode. I was able to create a optimal 12-hour layover in a whole nother country. Now I can get off the plane, I can get out the airport, I can go explore and use that $700 to do something else with it while I'm on the ground, and just added a whole nother new country to my list. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So yeah, but even to your point of what we were talking about as far as losing the travel agents, losing them, and then what's at stake, not only make it your business, like, and make it your business to be in business. If you're already doing the logging in, you're already doing 80% of the work, you're putting in the dates, you're putting in your start date, your end date, the parameters, what kind of trip you want to do. The reality is that a lot of us are just leaving money on the table. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as not even, I mean, and we get it. One thing about the business is that you may not want to do this for everybody. I was one of those people who, I wasn't a travel agent, but I was this volunteer travel agent for like anyone. You're looking at my social media, you're following me, you're excited about the muse things that are happening, right? And so then you come and ask me, well, how did you do this? Did you get a photographer for this? Who's the contact you use for this? And now I'm just sharing all of this information. And for me at the time, it was like, if I could inspire anybody just to, leave their couch, that's a big thing. And I'm not saying you have to book travel for everybody else, but even when it comes to your own travel, you have to frame your mindset around the fact that there is opportunity for you to earn while traveling. And why would you want to leave that money on the table?
And not even earn. I mean, you just talked about saving. Saving in itself, the saving of that. I mean, and I don't want to jump too far ahead of myself, but you talked about a $700 savings. You could pay to have this business running for yourself for quite some time for $700. So that means that you can tap into other earnings. You can tap into other commissions. You can tap into earnings, not like savings, earnings, learning along the way. Like, I get excited when I talk about it because I didn't know, but now I do. So, I mean, and you just put up, brand, that like the next thing that we're going to talk about is starting your travel business. So if you are one of those people who wants a travel agent, who is like my husband, I told y'all his philosophy is just send me the bill. Okay. I'm really going to get him a shirt made that says just send me the bill. If that's you, then you need a travel agent and we would love to book your travels. All right. You can follow us. Both of our names are on the screen. Brenlin is at Modern Day Muse or Never Unpack. I'm at Tia Takes the World. You can find us in any of those places. We would love to help you take off. But if that's not you, if you are one of those people like, I don't need a travel agent, I can do it myself, I get the best deals, I just implore you to go and check it out for yourself. The best thing about our business is that they give you a chance to try it out, see if you like it, see if you can save, see if you can earn, see if you can learn and explore. And then they say, oh, you don't like it? It's not for you? It's cool. You got 30 days. You can get your money back. You can get your money back. Don't worry about it. Another part of our business, if you are into marketing and things, you get 90 days to check it out. They say, just try it out. Taste and see. If it's not good to you, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Money back guarantee. Brenna, talk about that, son. I can go on all day long.
Georgie, that's my mama, y'all, honey. Georgie, she got this good saying, be like, that ain't the first $50 I gave away. That ain't the first $25 I gave away. But I do love it when you ain't just gotta give it away, right? Like there's a possibility for you to test it out. However, what we will also say is this is a business, and sometimes you need a little more than 30 days. Sometimes you need a little more than 90 days. Sometimes you need to you need to get waist deep, to see the landscape. And so there's also some guarantees involved in that on both sides of our businesses, from being a travel agent to building within an organization or building an organization. So listen, starting your travel business is is a step, is a step. But for those of you that are consistently building travel, you are the person that's doing the booking for friends and family. You are the person that's doing the planning for yourself. You know, you are constantly doing all of the work, because one thing that, one of those educational travel tips will tell you is that every booking engine site, all of the ones that I previously named, all of them have commissions built in. So what ends up happening is you're the one putting in the information. You're the one scrolling through. Should I pick this one? Should I pick that one? Should I compare this one? Should I compare that one? What
Spending hours.
add this? All of those sites, every last one of them. Pick one that you pick one. You can put it in the
Pick
comments, and
you.
I can probably tell you I have access to that. And I can have access to earn commission on it when I book it for somebody else. You've done all of this work for free, and there is no commissions being earned. And I mean, I'm not talking about just not for your personal trips. I'm talking about you went and booked something for your mama, your grandma, your family, and them. And they ain't
Talk
give
about
you
it.
no love offering. They just said, thank you, baby.
Or
And
maybe they
thank
did give you love offer. Maybe you got your little $10. They said, go get you some candy. Go, don't spend this. What's that? They ball it up in the hand and put it in your hand. Don't spend this all in one place. You look at it like, what? I can't spend this nowhere, Mimo. This can't be spent nowhere. And like you said, all you get is a thank you, which thank yous are nice. Thank yous are so nice. We love thank yous. Thank you all for
you.
being here today. Thank you all for listening. Thank yous are nice. But what if I told you right now that I'm gonna gift you with $50? I'm gonna gift you with $50. What would you say to that? Is that better than a thank you? I think it is. I mean, but that's just me. That's just me. I don't know. I
Listen,
like getting rewarded for the work that I do. I don't know how, and thinking about it, I think about all the trips that I booked before becoming a travel agent, before starting my travel business. I think about all the trips that I booked. And, when I was working in a traditional sense, going into the office, I used to be like, I'm not staying a minute past the time that I'm supposed to be here. I'm not doing any more work past the work that I'm supposed to do. Why? Because I don't work for what? For free. Then I get home. I'd be scrolling on my phone. Oh, this place looks nice. Asking my friends, y'all want to go here? Yeah, let's go here. Okay, I'll research it because I'm the DIYer. I am some of you out there. I am the planner of trips. I am the one that's going to plan it without even having to be asked. Nobody even had to ask me. I'm going to plan it. Get to plan it. It takes me weeks to plan this trip. Ain't nobody even checked back in about the trip. Nobody said, hey, do you have any information on it? Nope. I'm over here on Canva putting together the best document that I can. Looking up on all of the third party apps that you talked about, looking for the best deals, everything. Now, I had just fussed about leaving a job that pays me, saying that I'm not working any overtime to do anything for them. But I'm going home, working on a trip that was unsolicited so that we all can go on and have fun. For fun and for free is what I meant. This is what I meant when I said that. Little did I know, whole time, I could have been doing this same thing. My friends and family could have been paying for this same trip, maybe even less than what they were paying. Same or less than what they were paying. But at the same time, I could have been making a check for all of that. Do you know how much money I would give me my money? I would have right now if I had known. But you know what? I don't live in the past. I don't live in regrets. I did all of that so that I could know what I came from and what I'm not going back to. And I could help school other people who are in the business of DIY and travel. I could help other people. We could help other people who do travel on a volunteer basis for fun and for free. You don't even know that you're being a volunteer travel agent. You don't know that you're volunteering your service because you don't know what it could be. You don't know that this service could be paid. You don't know that you could get compensated for your work.
Mm-hmm. It's a soapbox you can stand on all day, right?
Yes, I really could. I really could. So, we got on this topic to talk about starting your travel business. And if you are on Instagram or TikTok, then you can see at the bottom of the screen it's scrolling. And we will share also with TikTok that you can text 281-767-9711 and use either of our sponsor codes. Brandon is Never Unpack, and mine is Take the World. If you do that, then you will be given a plethora of information about starting a travel business. Now, if that gets a little overwhelming, don't worry. We are travel business coaches. You heard us talk about all the success that we've had in travel, all of the things that we wish we would have done different, all of the things that we're doing differently now. So imagine the help and the knowledge that we can give to you at this point. So we are travel business success coaches. So if that information gets a little overwhelming, or if you want to tap into either one of us, you can also do that as well. We are here. We're in the helping business. All right. We are trying to help you help yourself or someone else. So even if it's not you that loves to DIY, if you are the friend that has the friend that loves the plan, share this information with them. Sharing is caring and it's absolutely free. It's like them thank yous y'all be giving people that plan your trip. So instead of saying thank you, next time somebody wants to plan your trip, say, hey, go talk to Tia or Braylon before you start this. Let me just go see what they gotta say. Sharing is caring and is absolutely free. So you can definitely tap in again by texting 281-767-9711. Or you can also go to travelagentworkshop.com and use either of our sponsor codes. Brandon is Never Unpack and mine is Take the World. So we love to help you get started.
Absolutely. Now we actually had an opportunity to kind of poll our audience in advance, and we'll
Mhm.
also take questions in our comments. And we're on Facebook today, we're on Instagram today, and we're on TikTok. So
And
we'll
I'll let
take
you know, Brand, just as a quick to do. We're working these things out. We finally got to where we are streaming on both Facebook and Instagram simultaneously. So that is a check for us, but we're working out some technical things. Brand, we do not get comments on here from either of the places. I hopped on
I
both.
see that.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
noticed.
we'll have so we'll
I
probably have
noticed.
to circle back around, figure that out, or look on another device while we're on here and things. But people were commenting. That's why my eyes are all over the place. So
It's
it
fine.
will we may can address them on the next episode or either on our stories or something like that. But I definitely wanted to let you know that people are here and we appreciate y'all for showing up and sticking with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
Yeah, I've been checking in on my Instagram. I just now see it on my listen, y'all. For us to be millennials and we are the beginning of Al Gore's internet, let me tell you something. 20 something, 30 something years later, this is a little different. Okay. I was telling this is a so sidebar. This is like why I love having conversations with Tia. Honey, we were the generation where there was two computers in the back of the room, and the only thing I really remember doing on them was Oregon Trail. If you don't know
Or
Oregon
Mavis
Trail,
Beacon.
then we are not the same, okay?
Mavis Beacon. That's how I learned how to type real good.
And Mavis Beacon, okay? Computers have come a long way. Internet has come a long way. The ability to share information has come a long way. We remember when
We remember.
www dot became a thing. But when I tell you they are trying to leave the aunties behind, and we refuse to be left.
We
Okay,
refuse.
we refuse to be left. So
The fact that
moving
we are here, and the fact that we are here, that's a testament in itself. We are on 3 different platforms on only 2 devices this time. Last week we was on 3, and it took us about 20 minutes to get that. So we are here, and we really thank y'all for sticking with us. We really do. We're gonna work
the girls
everything
was
out,
on
but just
tutorials, y'all. Like we was on the YouTubes, we was
YouTube University. But
okay.
we will get it. We will get it. So yeah, we if we can't see your comments today, no worries. We will answer them, like I said, in our stories. We'll find some creative way to definitely tap in with you all to answer the questions that you have. You can DM us also, email us, all of the things. We are very accessible and we are ready to help you. But what we'll do now is, as we're on a high note, when we get ready to bring it down and get off of here, we want to leave with a celebration. not necessarily leave. We want to celebrate. Both of us want to celebrate things that are happening with us in the travel world, whether it be our travel businesses, things for our clients, our other travel partners, all of the things. So, Brandon, go ahead, and I want to celebrate you. What you got this week? What are we celebrating?
Okay, so one thing that I am celebrating, you guys, some of you follow me on my other platforms, and I'm so excited that I am writing a children's book about travel, inspired and influenced by my travel. I went through a couple of weeks ago. Just developing the character, meaning like I have the character story, but now I have words and I need a picture to support those words. So you guys, I had to go out here and find an illustrator. This week, I am in contract with an illustrator. This ship is moving. The book is written. We are working on the first set of spreads. And I am super excited. I am looking forward to hopefully having a book available on many platforms for you to purchase, and even to have by Christmas for some of the young readers in your home. It'll make great gifts for your kids, great gifts for your godchildren. Yeah, and even if you're an adult and just want to have the nostalgia of being able to think about travel from a young eye perspective and just being bright-eyed and bushy-tailed in that, I'm super excited to never unpack. In a storybook in children form and reach more masses. So that's my
I love
celebration.
that for you, Brand. Woo, woo. I'm so proud of you just seeing this and hearing it come from an idea to actually seeing you be excited about these different steps. I absolutely love that for you. And sky is the limit. I can't wait to purchase mine and get it for my nieces and nephews and all of the things. I know it's going to be amazing. So as soon as it drops, go ahead and let us know. We're going to plug it in on all the platforms so that the people can get their things. Okay. So that the people can get their things.
Yeah. So I'm super excited about what celebrations are in order for you, Miss.
Well, I want to celebrate us. Okay. And what I want to celebrate is you guys. So as I mentioned, we are both travel business coaches. We are navigating the waters of being great travel agents ourselves, travel advisors, but we are also coaching people along the way. And because we have so much experience in the travel sphere, we are able to help other people to navigate it in just such a way that I love seeing both of us do. It's really fulfilling. And, we got together in September and said, hey, how can we add more value to the people who are coming into our organization, to the people who are joining these teams? Like, what is it that we lacked in our journey in becoming travel agents? What do we need more of? What do we need more of now? What can we give them more of? And we have brainstormed and created, like, this month of October has just been such value filled information and just leading and guidance for our teams. And I'm just so proud of us for that. And, I definitely want to give us a pat on the back for that. And I want to give our teams a pat on the back. The Wonder Team and Never Unpack, if y'all are watching, I just want to give y'all a major big ups for the work that y'all have been putting in. We've been doing social media training with our teams, and people who weren't posting at all on social media have been like tapping in. They've been taking the advice that we've been giving. And I'm just really proud of the coaches that we are becoming, that we are right now. And I see a vision of what we're becoming, but it's kind of like one of those things. The vision I see is like nothing compared to who I know we're going to be. And I can't wait for that. And I'm really excited for the people who continue to join us, who we continue to build with. I can't wait to see what that is. And I'm just really proud of us. And I just want to give us a pat on the back for the work that we're doing. And I'm just so glad that we have this connection. I'm glad that you turned that hard no into starting your travel business into a yes. And you decided to never unpack in this way.
Super exciting.
Yeah,
Well,
we'll get to that story another day. Don't worry, guys.
another day. Y'all probably gonna keep hearing it because, honey, I told the lady no, it's all right.
She told me no, a strong
Here we
heart
are.
no.
Here we are. We move forward. That's in the past. That is in the past. We know better, so we do better. Okay.
That's fine, but the people need to know because there's some people out there that have said some hard no's that I know they're gonna be like you, Brand. They're gonna come back around. I already know it. That's what Lauren say. What goes around? I think she was talking about something different. What goes? She was talking about something different, but you get my point. You're
If you're
here
going
now. They will be here
next,
now, and that's fine. That's okay. All right. The songs have been on my head today, guys. That's fine. But let's go ahead and wrap up the show today. We just want to make sure that if you're just tuning in or if you've been here since the beginning, that you are on top of what we talked about today. And that's travel agents. Should you use them or lose them? And the consensus that we came up with is that you have an option of which one you want to do. If you want convenience, if you want less stress, if you don't want to miss out on experiences, you should probably use a travel agent. If you want to just get somebody else to do it, you probably want a travel agent. But if you like to DIY your own trips, if you like to plan, if you like to be the go-to person to put together a trip for somebody, definitely lose the travel agent. But you should probably become one so that you can get paid for all of your efforts. You got anything else on that, Brian?
No, I think you wrap that up in a bow very nicely.
All right. Well, we will be with y'all every week. Every Friday, we are going to be tuning in. As Brand said, she'll be at home next week. So I'll be getting all the news from her. So don't forget to tune in with us during the week. In the meantime, in between time, you can find us both on social media. Again, Brandlin is at Never Unpack, and I am Tia Takes the World. And we also like to leave you with an affirmation. Brandlin, hit us with it. What we got?
I create opportunities with every opportunity. Absolutely love that statement. I create opportunities with every
opportunity. I like that too, Brand. That's real good. That's real good. So we hope y'all recycle that. Take that with you. Put it in your pocket. Keep it in your ear. Put it in your heart. Pass it along to somebody else because they may need it. And until next week, we hope that you take off this week, whether it be virtually, whether it be physically, or in your mind, on social media, inspirationally. Take off. And if you ever need us, you know where to find us at Tia Takes the World and at Never Unpack.
And whenever you take off, make sure you always take the world and make sure you never unpack because there's so much world to see. Why would you ever want to do that?
Why would you? Why would you? Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see y'all next week.
Thanks, TikTok family. We'll see you later. Bye, everyone.